Hi, welcome to our first edition of Time to Tell the Truth. We have some interesting topics here today. My name is Arthur. This is my co-host, Blow, right here. For y'all who don't know me, I've been around. I've done a lot of things. I got a master's degree, got a bachelor's degree, so I know a lot. We're here today to talk about the mother's behavior and the children not listening. Here go my co-host, Dwight. I'll let you tell him a little bit about himself.
A little bit about myself. I'm a business owner. My company is called Blow, which is an acronym for Beating Life's Obstacles. My mission statement is where I'm from is me, and I am where I'm from. Basically, Charlotte is me, and boy, I'm Charlotte. Me and my family, we've been hands-on with the community that we're from for decades. Block parties, toy drives, book bags, free Thanksgiving, whatever. We've done it all. Art and I want to create a space where you can voice your opinion on things that are risky and sometimes controversial subject matter. We want to use this platform to give you a chance to chime in on things that you might not have been able to in the past. Don't forget to like and share, follow the page. If you're watching this, please comment and let us know where you're from. The topics we go discuss on here is things that me and Art may find to be hot topics, but you as the viewer are welcome to chime in and let us know ideas you think you might like to hear on the show. Feel free to tag someone that you think will like this platform. So with that being said, one thing is for sure, two things for certain, we go tell the truth because it's time
to tell the truth.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to do here today. Hey, look, this here podcast right here is not for the weak-hearted, faint-minded people that get upset very easy. Hey, I ain't going to cuss nobody out or do nothing like that, but I am going to voice my opinion. All the things that I say, hey, I've been through it. I done lived it. I done done it. That's what me and Blow about here today. Blow, you want to go ahead and take it from here?
Today's hot topic for time to tell the truth on this Sunday, May the 12th, is 95% of fathers are absent parents due to the mother's behavior. My opinion personally, I think that women generally take and interpret things whatever fits they move. For example, a woman could call you and say, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
And you can say, well, what you gonna do? And then they'll be like, oh, what the hell you mean what I'm gonna do? You know what? I take care of me and mine's, click. But then you can have the same woman call and say, I'm pregnant. And then you tell them, okay, I'm so happy. I'm ecstatic. When is the doctor's appointment? Then they go say, hold on, wait, don't you think we need to sit down and discuss this? So, I feel like either way, is win, lose, lose, win when it comes to women.
Well, Blow, what I think, man, is it's a lose-lose anyway when you start talking about women. Hey, by the way, happy Mother's Day. That is to the 5% of y'all that do what you're supposed to do. Hey, I'm going to keep it 100 out here. Because to me, and matter of fact, I think that ought to be around 98%. Because maybe 2% of you going to really do what you want to do. Now, I know you might find that hard to believe, but Blow got some stats over here for you if you really want to know.
Okay, these true stats. 2/3 of mothers that are having children under the age of 30 are raising their child alone, and 1 out of 4 parents under 18. So that means if your parents are under 18, you have a better chance of having both parents than if your parents are under 30. And that's sad. It's 16.4 million parents out here that are raising their child alone, one-parent homes.
Yeah, well, look at here, man. Right now, we in the age of the 40-year-old grandma. And who teaching our kids at home? I know y'all women out there, mothers, want to say that I did this, I did that. But true enough is, I personally believe that you ran the man off. I mean, in more than one way. You can blame it on all the men if you want to, but that's not going to happen. Hold up, just give me a minute. I see you wanting to call in. We got the number on the screen. We're going to open up the phone lines in a minute. Hey, I just want to hear what you got to say about this.
I'm going to finish up on these stats. 13.5 million of 16.4 million single parents are receiving welfare, child support, some kind of government assistance, which is 80%. Not to mention that 45% of households that are headed by single mothers are poor. The numbers don't lie. If you take away the welfare and child support, I believe that there's room somewhere for some of these women to start working out some of these problems with some of these men.
Yeah, Blow. Hey, that's right. You got to work your problems out. I mean, just as soon as, you worked all your problems out up until you had a child. Now, after the child, it seems like, well, okay, I got an issue with you, but I don't need you no more. I mean, why is that? Maybe because you get help from the government. Somebody going to give you food stamps and somewhere to stay. Now I don't need the man. That's not so. That's the biggest fear of infection in the world right now today. That's why we're having a problem with our kids out here. Hey, as a matter of fact, bro, I can tell you exactly what men been raised by women. You don't believe that, do you? I can tell a man, I can tell when a man been raised by a woman just by him eating in a restaurant. You know, that's really sad, but that's the matter of the fact. I mean, I done seen guys standing on the side of the road, didn't even know where the tire was in the car. Now that I can surely say he been raised by a woman. That's just the traits that come with it.
Well, this is my last fact I'm gonna give you before we open up the call lines. The number one reason why there are single parent homes is because of unintended pregnancy. So that means that somewhere along the line, men, women, we all are being irresponsible.
Yeah, you can't just blame the man. Everybody want to just blame the man for something, but the woman, true enough, had a lot to do with this. All y'all women out there, y'all had a lot to do with this. I mean, you got to protect yourself too. Yeah, I mean, you know, hey, you got to take on that responsibility. You know, you didn't want to have a child by that guy. Yeah, I mean, you know, protect yourself up.
Yeah, exactly. So with that being said, the phone lines are open. Feel free to call.
Yeah, the telephone number, if you don't see it up there, is 704-607-4363.
Yeah, it's time to tell the truth.
Yeah, we're going to get that done tonight. Well, I know you might not agree with it, but we're going to get it done.
All right. Feel free to call in. We're waiting on y'all.
Yeah. Anyway, Blow, we can still continue with our podcast,
let's go.
on what we see today. I know we had a lot of comments on it this week on this page, man. They was hitting this page up like
man,
crazy.
it was getting heated, man. It was getting heated.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, I had to, you know, I had to do some removing and putting back and all type of stuff this week. But I mean, when it comes down to it, man, women, you know, they want what they want, and that's it. You know, you could get your child on Tuesday. If you can't get the child till Wednesday, that's not good enough for them. It's Tuesday or else. So I mean, we just got to really, you know, we just got to remember that, you know, y'all women, y'all always want y'all way, and it ain't gonna always go your way. So it's just simple as that.
Yeah, just because I'm in town today wanting you to see my kids, well, I'm coming down there today, you can see them then or nothing. You know, that just leaves the mentality of your way or the highway. And, you know, that ain't right.
Not at all.
Okay, if you want to voice your opinion, call in at 704-607-4363.
All right, so we got a lot of people in there. I see LaShonda Cooper, Anthony Jones, Fatty Williams. Shout out to all y'all.
Yeah.
Hit the lines of Star Richardson. I see you.
Yeah, we see you.
Yeah, we got Jackie Cook, Ruthie Walker. We got let's see,
Monique Mitchell.
Yeah, we got them all coming in now. Hit that phone line.
Yeah, Roberta Kirchstan.
I mean, I seen people going in on their significant, well, they baby mother, baby father. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, it's to their detriment. You know, it's a lot of good men out here today.
Yeah.
Contrary to what the woman might say. I mean, this ain't about bashing a black woman or nothing, or a white woman or whatever kind of woman on social media. It's just getting to the bottom of the truth. You know, we as black men, especially with all this Me Too movements going around, we see that a lot of women, you know, just saying it ain't no good men out here, you know, but that is wrong, because the man you left is probably with somebody else and they saying it's all good, you know, and that's the whole point right there. Now, if they saying it all good and you saying it's all bad, we got a problem with that.
Yeah, it's got to be some kind of common ground in the middle. I mean, really and truly, man, I mean, just speaking from my own personal experiences, sometimes, you know, women make it easy for men to abandon their child. I mean, I was put in more than one situation where I could have easily said, okay, and just left the situation alone. And then I would have been called all kind of deadbeats and things like that when it wouldn't have been my fault. My fault. I actually had to fight to be a good parent, because I tell people all the time, it's easy to be sorry. It really is. It don't take no effort at all. You know, so, you know, with that being said, I had to go through a lot of stuff, you know, involving my child to be the parent that I am today.
True enough, Blow. I mean, you know, hey, a lack of effort on any part is going to leave the child in the middle. And that's really what we're trying to get here to today. You know, we don't want to leave kids in the middle. We want to make sure that, you know, they getting the best they can get. But when you turn around and say, this is for the best of the child, is that true? Is that the betterment of the child?
Give them that number again. I got people asking what's the number.
704-607-4363.
Yeah, it's up. It's right there at the top.
607-4663.
That's
4363.
4363. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. But Blow, hey, that's where we at today. We in this type of world to where you can already see where our young men today are being raised by these women. They're carrying all these traits. They can't even go in the door of a restaurant without putting a napkin on the door to get in. I mean, really, man. Hey, look, I was raised by a man. I mean, I know we do all these things, but this is true. Or when he sit down at the table, he complains about everything. That's not a trait of a man. That's traits of women. I done been with a lot of women. I know a lot of women. I done been out with a lot of women. And what I do know is that those traits exist and they complain about everything. This ain't right, that ain't right. True enough, you want your food right when you go out and eat. But the problem with all that is a man just don't complain about all that stuff. So I can see those traits. I done seen young men leave cars in the middle of the road, don't know how to push them off to the side when they break down, let somebody come down the road and kill themselves. If it was my son, he would know better. He would know how to get that car out of the road so nobody come down there and kill himself. He would know how to change a tire because I taught him that.
With back to the matter, we just got to make sure that that we working together, because the system got a lot to do with this as well. The system is giving these women this child support and this welfare, and it's really giving them an out as far as it comes, to the man being in the life. We got our first caller here. Let's see. Oh, we had our first caller.
Yeah.
He dropped off. But like I say, man, that government assistance and stuff like that, you got to think of it like this. If you wasn't getting that check for child support or that check for welfare, you would be more than willing to try to work out something with that man.
You did it all the time before. Just look at the time. All together, you was together before a child came. Okay, once the child comes, now you can't seem to work nothing out. Now that's the problem. I got a problem with that. And maybe it's because, you feel like you got an ace in the hole now, or whatever it might be.
Yeah, they still asking about the number. That's the number right at the top, right? 704.
Yeah, 607 4363.
4363. I had a call, just came in, they hung up. You got to stay on the line. We gonna get to you. Yeah, man. But like I say, man, we just gotta, I just feel like it'd be more people willing to work stuff out if it wasn't for, a lot of this government stuff.
Well, it's called the government, and it's a lot of the women's behavior.
Yeah.
Women out there, they do know that, it's a lot of good men out here. You just have to be able to work with them.
Here we got a call. What's your name and where you from?
Yeah, we got a call on the line. What's your name and where you from?
Yo, we waiting on you now.
Caller, what's your name and where you from? Guess the next line.
Yeah, they dropped off.
Well, we had a call that just dropped off. I guess they ain't want to talk about it.
Yeah, if you go talk to us, you got to make sure that you're not trying to watch it and talk to us at the same time. It ain't because I kept hearing us echo in the background.
Yeah, it was a lot of feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Blo, you know what, man? This first edition, I think it's going pretty well right now. We're getting a lot of responses.
Yeah, we are.
I don't want nobody to take this podcast too serious. Don't put it in your mind that we want to bash nobody, because we don't want to do that. What we want to do today is we trying to get the word out that it is a lot of good men out here. And I think we've been getting a bad hand, a bad deal when it comes to dealing with our children, when it's coming to see our children, when it comes to doing things for our children. You might call them a dad be dad, but to be honest with you, I don't know one dad be dad out here. I mean, and if you say you know some, well, I don't know him. I never have known him. I know a lot of people, not one of them are a deadbeat dad, Blo. But I mean, if you want to say that there's some dads out here that's got some issues, maybe some type of addiction issues or something like that, yeah, it might be plenty of them. But it's up to you women to help work this out. What woman won't stand by a man to try to help him get the way he get to? That's the problem we having today.
Yep.
We looked up a list of 7 things that why a black man won't approach a black woman. And the number one thing just kept coming up and coming up and coming up. She won't get behind him. She won't stand with him.
Yeah, she won't what she want. I want a man that's 6'1". He got to at least have a bachelor's degree. He got to do this. He got to do that. You already trying to be too picky already. We got another caller. Time to tell the truth. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Roberta, and I'm calling from Charlotte.
Hey, how you doing,
Hey,
Roberta?
Hi. I was just calling in to say, I hear a lot of feedback saying that, it's the woman, it's the woman. I think, somewhere we got to reach some kind of common ground. I think it's a lack of communication in the family, not just on the woman in the home, but on the male as well.
You got a point, Roberta, but I tell you what, the whole problem with that is that the woman always wind up with the child, and they always say, well, you ran out on your child. In the court systems, that's what they do. They give it to the woman.
Yeah, but 9 times out of 10, that don't mean you can't see your child. That doesn't mean you can't be responsible for your child. That means that you can always step up and step in and take care of that child. But most dads do leave. They leave, and that's why they get the name of a deadbeat dad, because they stop
Got another call.
participating in the child's life and stop coming around.
Yeah, you might be right about that, but see, it just can't be on your terms all the time. You tell me I can come see them from 1 to 2, I might be working at 1 to 2. See, you have to be more flexible than that. Hey, we thank you for calling in, Roberta, but we got another call coming in. Hey, peace out.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, we thank that caller for calling in.
Well,
Hey,
thank you, Roberta.
yeah, we had, like I said, you had a valid point. We got another caller in.
All right, welcome to Time to Tell the Truth. What's your name? Where you from?
Oh, man, I can't tell you all that info, man. I might get shot at by one of these chicks. They wilding out here, shot. But, man, these chicks, man, when you stop giving them validation, bro, they start causing you a lot of issues, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad when there's kids involved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we feel you, man. That's what we're talking about here today. Hey, we got a lot of good brothers, man. No doubt you're a good brother. You want to be a good dad to your child. But some of the mitigating circumstances and situations don't allow it. Hey, for all you women who listening out there, let me tell you something. As soon as you go down there to take out child support, you just lost a man in more sense than one.
Yep.
What you ought to be thinking is, I know as soon as he gets himself together, for whatever reason he's not together right now, he's going to take care of this child. Now, I need to know of one man, I'm just saying one man out there that will tell you that he just don't want to take care of his child, or don't want to
see him.
Yeah, or don't want to see his child if it ain't no mitigating circumstances in there.
Yeah, you're right about that. Ain't no man.
You right.
We are the breadwinners for the most part, you know what I'm saying? We have a lot more influence over kids than women do for the most part. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I mean, but really the numbers.
So if you kill a man financially, you know what I'm saying? You kind of killing the whole family structure, you know what I'm saying? For the most part, not in every situation, but for the most part.
Yeah, and the numbers say the same thing as well, because the numbers say that 45% of households that are ran by just a woman are considered poor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, below poverty.
Yeah, below poverty. Yep.
Yeah, well, we looked up those 7 reasons, and the number 1 reason for a man not even wanting to be with a woman because he can't never get no support from him. He can't never get any help. If he wants to do something, go on an adventure, she most of the time want to sit back and look and enjoy the fruits of the labor, but she ain't never helped labor. And that's the problem. I got a big problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a reason for that, and that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, well, check this out. How's the child gonna learn something from somebody who didn't teach him nothing? Unfortunately, that's where it all goes back to. It goes back to our kids, man, and that's what we're doing here today. We're trying to give everybody a better look. Even you women, I know you want to say that, well, I do my job, he's a deadbeat dad. No, you have to look at this thing from all directions. You have to at least look at it from the man's point of view. How many of y'all women out there willing to give y'all kids to the father? Let him do some things.
That-
I tell you what, I'd like to have every one of mine, but I know the mama said, "Oh no, don't do this, don't do that." I mean, you done run the man off.
Thank you for your call.
Yeah. We got another call called in.
Yeah, we got one about to come in. Yep.
Yeah. All right, so Blow, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm glad. Hey, shout out to you, man, for calling in, man, keeping it real, keeping it 100 on here.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. It's time to tell the truth. Like I say, it's our truth, it's your truth, and somewhere in there lays the real truth. It's in there.
Yeah, between what I say and what you say and what you think, the truth is in the middle. And right now, that's what we're getting at. It's time to tell the truth.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah. Dwight, we sit back, man. We look at our kids, our young men, how they being brought up, the rift that's between the mother and the fathers. It shouldn't be. You know, you got two women can't even get along. And concerning the child, but you say it's for the betterment of the child. How do that work?
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, like, I take a lot. I mean, it's like I had to fight to be in my child life, and it's a lot. You know, I mean, I got a child, and he got siblings that don't, have their fathers, and I have to go through stuff that they don't have to go through. So it's just, when you're dealing with women, sometimes it can be difficult.
It can be very difficult, and they makes it difficult. I mean, you make it very difficult. How many of you women out there are willing to say, okay, we're going to go 50-50 on this thing. I want you to keep the child half the time, and I'll keep the child half the time. I don't believe none of you want to do that personally. Yeah, well, because it's not enough of an advantage for you to let the man keep the child half the time. It ain't enough in it for you. Okay, if he do that, that means I got to work, I got to provide, I got to do half of this stuff. Well, and no assistance. Thank you. And that assistance stuff, man, it's just one big ploy out here.
I see Bly McCray is in here, Brandon Parker.
Yeah, Stacy Butler.
Not Kid Things. Feel free to share.
Joshua Kershaw.
So if you know somebody that you think like this platform, tag them in the comments. The phone line's open. Feel free to call in. We're waiting on you.
Yeah, the number 704-607-4363. 704-607-4363.
It's time to tell the truth.
It's time to tell the truth, and that's what we're trying to do out here today. We got a lot of truth that's going to be told. The problem out here today is don't nobody want to tell the truth. Actually, to be honest with you, don't nobody want to hear the truth, and that's real sad. I mean, really, it is. When we trying to get to the bottom of what's really going on out here or what's happening with our youth, why they not growing up, why they so bad out here in the world, and nobody wants to address the issue. I'm going to tell you something, man. I really feel like things have got so soft out here on our children simply because they've been raised by women. I mean, who ever heard of somebody getting on the computer and telling me I've been bullied? It's no bullying on the computer. I can block you. I mean, really, how is that bullying? Instead of teaching your child that that's bullying, teach your children just to block that person out. You don't have to go through all of that. And me as a child, I will not send my child on the bus to be trying to fight the bus driver. That means that child ain't been raised at home. I mean, really, and going into the classroom, and you want to fight the teacher.
Yeah, you want the teacher to raise them.
Yeah, that's what they do. They send these kids and see this. We got a big problem out here with these single parents sending child to school thinking somebody else how to raise those kids. Those kids need to be raised at home. You're supposed to be taught manners at home so you know how to get on a school bus, go in the classroom, and get things done. We see you out there calling in. We see you out there, But, I mean, that's part of what we got going on, today.
All right. Yeah, but, it's just.
I hear you, Lamont.
We dealing with the women we love.
Yeah.
You can't live with them, can't live without them, but it's just like I say, it ain't all about pointing the finger at the women, but sometimes y'all women got to understand that, y'all run from the problem. Like I said earlier, y'all quick to, oh, okay, all right, bye. And then just let that be it. And then a sorry man that don't want to have to deal with responsibility or somebody who want to take his time and do it on his time, he gonna say, okay. It's just simple as that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, the fact of the matter is, in most cases, that man done moved on. I'm just gonna tell it like it is because I like to tell the truth. You sit back there and want the man to do things, and it comes back to your timetable. You tell him he want to see somebody. Well, he want to see his kids today. Well, he might have something planned. Do you ever ask him what day can he see him? I mean, you know,
it's not enough understanding.
Right.
It's not enough understanding. You're right about that, Brandon. It's not enough understanding going on.
Yeah, you're right. You sure is. It ain't enough understanding, but this is where we get to it at, right here, right now. We trying to get to the truth. We're gonna get to the truth. This one thing about it, and two things for sure. You know, it's time to tell the truth out here.
Yeah, it definitely is.
You know, so you know,
I'm waiting on y'all callers, man. That timeline was looking crazy all week. Everybody had something to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we want to hear you. We here.
Yeah.
We here live right now. We're ready for you.
Yeah. You know, I understand. Take time to understand each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon, you right. You know, we need to take time to understand each other. But unfortunately, the government don't see it that way. When you trying to sit there and say, I want to work things out, he's telling you, well, I want you to pay this, I want you to pay that. And guess what? Once you start paying stuff, it's back not on your timeline again. Women, for y'all that don't understand this, as soon as you put the government in it, as soon as you put the people in the other man's business, the black man get upset about that. Yeah, I'm just telling you the truth. We get upset about putting people in our business. Why? Because we had to get on his timeline.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the whole problem.
Exactly.
Do you see where I'm coming from? I mean, once we start getting on other people's timeline, that takes the control out of our hand. And I'm going to tell you something. We don't like it. You know, we as men, we strong men out here, we don't like that. You know, once you put that in his hands, that upsets us. Because now you got somebody making me do something on their time.
Exactly.
You know,
I mean, like you said, it's all about understanding, man. We got to learn. I mean, these the same people that you want to bust it open for, but y'all can't have a conversation about, what's best for both of y'all,
right,
and for your child ultimately.
Right.
So that's what it's all about. It's about me letting you know when I can, and you letting me know when you can, and we come together and we make that happen for the child. It's just as simple as that. But people just, I don't know, it's just too much. I want this way. Now, I don't want my child around them. Where you at? I don't want my child over there. I don't know who my child around. And all this, just like it's only your child.
Exactly. And we get a lot of that today. You know, most of y'all just think it's your child. The man don't have no say so. He ain't asked you who was around his kid. He don't know who was around there. Hey, Tamika, you can call in anytime you get ready. 704-607-4363. You know, in any case, a man has a lot to say about this. If you women would give us men, good men, a chance to do what he's supposed to do instead of running, always trying to put somebody else in the middle of it, you'll see a greater success.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
Not only that, Blow, if they just stand by and support the guy. He might be going through something. You know, it's not up to y'all just to run away as soon as a man don't have no money, or as soon as he might lose his job, or as soon as it just ain't enough for you.
And at the end of the day, it's kind of selfish, on the woman's part. And I looked up another, like I do the stats on the show. And one stat that I kept seeing today is single mother homes really have an effect on kids. Like it really does. I seen it time and time and time and time when I was going through pulling up these stats for the show tonight. Like it is really bad, the numbers on, kids and stress and, dropout rate and crime and all this stuff when they being raised by the mother. I mean, y'all mothers really, y'all want everything y'all way. Y'all should start wanting the father to be, in their child's life. You got to stress that issue. Y'all can make it happen.
Yeah.
Y'all can make everything else happen. Y'all can, and then y'all ladies moving out of state with the kids. And I had to go through that one time, threatening me to move out. I'm doing for my child, threatening to take them away from me, so,
Yeah.
You got your man would have said, okay,
Yeah, we need to start raising our kids, man, for real. That's the whole problem right there. We ain't trying to raise them. Do most of you guys know what raising a child is? Hey, it ain't going to give them something. It ain't about being their friend. You know what I see a lot of? Women trying to be their children's friend. Do you not know that there's a difference between a friend and a mother? Do you not know that? Do you not know that a child knows there's a difference between a friend and a mother? Hey, because a friend, you can tell them anything. You can't tell a mom anything. A friend, you can talk back. You can say anything to them. You can do anything to them. You can cuss them out. Now, you can't do that with no mother. And that need to be understood. That's why the kids are like they are today. The mother think they their best friend. Oh, I want that to be my best friend. Yeah, but when you going to start being a mama?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, when is that going to happen? Jermaine Bond, the problem is that people aren't walking in obedience according to God's word. The family is out of order. Sounds like you guys have had bad experiences. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most men have had bad experiences. Hey, I can't hardly think of not one black male still in the home with his child. If it is, boy, the numbers are lower than the 95%. You can go 5% and under and find that out here in today's society. I know plenty of people. And yeah, you're right though. They're not going by God's word.
Yeah, I think I got like 2 cousins that got their mama and their daddy, and that's it. Everybody else is one parent. You know what I mean? I mean, their whole life. I mean, I got a sibling that was born, from birth all the way up with both parents, but
that's rare, man.
It's very rare.
That's rare out here today. And you might have something there about God's word, but let me tell you what another part of not raising children are. When you start telling children that they can believe in whatever they want to and do whatever you want to, we're not going to get in religion on this show, but I'm trying to tell you, hey, you can look at it for yourself. Ever since they took prayer out of school, we've been having problems. I'm just saying, that's all I'm gonna say on that matter, because I don't want this to be, some type of religious show, cast or nothing like this, man. I just wanted to be about fact, though. I just wanted to let you know, hey, we have to start doing things and teaching our kids the right way. You know what's missing out here? Moral values, morals and values. Nobody have none of that, man. A child talk to a parent any kind of way. When did they do that? Yeah, I remember the day. I don't care who was in the back seat. If the parent heard something coming out of there, the backhand go backwards, and if you in the way, you might have not have said it, but you got hit too. Yeah. I'm just saying, yeah. And they ain't looking where they swinging at. And that problem with that is today we taking a bad approach. We listening to what the people got to say out here. We listening to what the government has to say about raising our kids. You don't want to put your hands on your kids. Oh, don't touch my kid. Don't touch. Look here. Don't touch him. I mean, you doing something wrong. These days, when you got a 2-year-old walking around with a cell phone in his hand, you need to start spanking early. I'm just put it that way. I mean, to let them know. I ain't saying nothing about killing nobody, but you're going to have to put some hands on the child's butt to let them understand that old-fashioned way, being working a long time, and we didn't have all of this.
Yeah, I see that Charlotte's edible plug. Yeah, you so right about that. Yeah, you have some moms that will keep the child away from the dad because of personal problems, and that's not right. It's not.
Yeah, you're exactly right, edible plug. You're absolutely right. They try to keep them away because of their personal problems. They might not even like who you with.
Yeah, and I see somebody post the kids that have children too young, but I just read it in my statistics earlier. It say that if you have a child, 18 children that are born to parents under 18 have a better chance of having both parents than children born to parents under 30. So check out that statistic. Yeah. So it's saying the younger they are, the more likely they are to stay together. Right. And that's sad.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sad. And when I found out that stat, I never knew that. That was, that blew my mind.
Yeah, y'all can still call in. The number is 704-607-4363. Yeah. That's a terrible stat. Man, it's a shame when you find that 2 women can't get along and they say they're doing the best for the child, and you got a child in the middle of that. Now, if you got a wife staying with you or a woman staying over there with a kid by somebody else, and them 2 can't get along, I don't see where that you're doing the best thing for the best of the child. I mean, I just can't see it. These days, what I feel is that nobody wants to be the bigger person. Nobody want to be the bigger woman. Nobody want to say, look, I'm going to just do this just for the child. You stay in your feelings, stay in your body, and the child is the one doing the suffering the whole time. And don't act like they don't see that,
Yeah, I see what you say. Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. That's just what it is. Don't nobody want to take responsibility for themselves and what role they play in the situation. And that's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. I mean, I done seen it all. I done seen women cut men off just because they, found out they was pregnant, ask them what you gonna do. I mean, that's just a question. Are we go through with this? Do you want to try to find other options, you know, but they just, I can't believe you stay out of my life. Me and mine's gonna be good forever. We don't never want to talk to you again. Okay, but you were just laying down with your legs up the other day. It just don't make no sense. Like,
It don't.
I mean, it's too much a repetition of the nonsense. It is.
It is. It is. And we got to cut that out. Man, for the betterment of our children, we all got to get together. We all got to get together on the same platform. I mean, whether you want to hear it or not, and women, whether you want to hear this or not, hey, we have to get together. We have to get together with these women. Women, you got to work with these men. You got to be the bigger person. I mean, sometimes somebody got to be the bigger person. You have to get out of your feelings and stop worrying about what went on behind. You can't change nothing from 5, 10, 15 years ago. You know, you can't change that. You can't change what happened. You know, I hear a lot of different women telling guys, he did this to me. I mean, you're talking 20 years ago. He did this or she did that. Come on. That's so far back to where, you know, shouldn't even come into play. You got a child you're trying to raise, and yet you still worrying about what happened 5 or 10 years ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's really crazy, bro. I mean, all these statistics we got out here and all this stuff talking about a woman want what they want, a child, they want it when they want it. That's a big problem of what we're going on with what's going on with our children out here today.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I see you, Brandon. Yeah. Y'all feel free. Call in 704-607-4363.
Yeah,
it's time to tell the truth.
Yeah, like, share. You know, if you know somebody you think will like something like this, tag them in the comments.
Right.
Yeah, we ask that we get 100% of the people on this platform, you know, to interact. So
yeah,
you know, feel free to call, feel free to comment, you know, tag people in the post.
Well, Blow, what you feel like gonna be the thing that we need to do to get everybody on the same page? Do anybody have any suggestion on what you think we need to do to get everybody on the same page?
I just think that really everybody should just approach it with an open mind. Everybody's just so combative all the time. Like, can't nobody take the loss. If ain't nobody putting no hands on me, I'm willing to take the loss sometimes. You know, if I'm excited about getting my son this weekend, and my baby mother say, well, you can't get him this weekend, you got to wait the next weekend, I got to take the loss sometimes. Sometimes we got to, we got to give to take and take to give. You know, everybody want to be right. Don't nobody want to be wrong. We got to learn to be wrong just like we right.
Yeah,
you know?
Well, you know what, I feel like that most women have to start understanding that's just not your child. I think that it should start there. You should start knowing and understanding that a man feel like that's half my child too. It's not just your child. I hear women saying it over and over again. That's my child. That's my child. Yeah. Okay, like you feel like the man don't feel like that's my child.
Yeah.
Now, that child is not just yours when it comes to collecting money and child support. That seems like the only time the child is mine. I mean, you know what I'm saying? When it's time to pay child support, when it's time to do this, and when it's time to do it. Look, that child is mine the whole time. You know, and if you women stop forcing us out of the house or forcing men out of the house, once the child comes, then you would understand that this man would probably be around for the duration of the period of the child's life.
One grandma, kids, mom, not dead. Exactly.
Oh, yes.
Exactly. Dad need to be there. I mean, like I say, man, it just shows over and over again that kids are suffering from stress. You know, they're committing violent crimes. You know, they're going on the wrong path. I mean, not to say that y'all mothers are, and let me say this, and this one thing to get to me. We be in the grocery store and we'll see, you know, the Caucasian white parent,
right,
and they got the bad child that's on the floor yelling, hollering, screaming, kicking. And everybody like, I was about to ask her, did she want me to beat him?
Right.
But that child would be the same child that has structure in their life and grow up and end up getting a bachelor's or a master's degree. When your child, the same one that you don't want to talk loud in the grocery store, has no structure or end up in the streets dead or behind bars or, just falling victim to the system, the way that it's set up and designed. And that's one thing about me. I don't get into all that deep stuff, but I believe that the system do play a part in putting stuff in position to eliminate the black male. I mean, it showed time and time and time again. You go to jail for traffic tickets. You go to jail for not paying child support. You go to jail for trying to make money to feed your family. You know, it's just it's designed for us to be out of the kid's life. And then I look at the numbers and all I see is when they raised by only the mother, you know, they stressing out, committing crimes, going to jail, just all type of craziness.
Suicide rate. I mean, I'm looking at the suicide rates of these kids and these children and the way they are killing themselves. Going, who is raising these kids? I mean, what are you putting into their heads? You know, I'm telling you, man, you have to raise these kids right. You have to put the right thing in there. You got to have a dad there. See, let me explain one thing about what a dad does when he's in the household. A dad keeps that structure. He keeps that firm hand. He's the one. And women, listen to me close right now. You have to follow the man's lead because the child is looking at you. The child is looking at their mother. If I'm in the head of the house and I come in and they say, well, if dad say this need to be done and that get to be done, and mom start doing it, but guess who's gonna follow the mom? The child. The child gonna know that that gets to be done. But if I come in the house and say this need to be done and that need to be done, and mom get to fighting and arguing back with me about what need to be done, there's no structure. There's no head up there in the house. So, okay, what do the child see in that? Well, if she don't do what dad say, I ain't got to do what dad say. See, this is the way this thing works. And, you know, I'm sorry that y'all don't see this most of the time, but that's the way it is. And that's the way you keep the structure in the household. If not, the kids go array. They do what they see you do. If they see you get mad at somebody in the street talking junk, you know, that's what they gonna do. A big problem. The big problem is this. When you go out and you do things in front of your kids, they look at that. You know, used to be back in the day, if I did something down the street, I got a whooping down the street. See, then when I got home, guess what? I got another whooping.
Oh, boy, don't do that now.
Yeah, but now if the neighbor down the street do something, heck, a mama down there cussing the neighbor out and the child the one being bad. Yep. That happens over and over and over again. Why you think we got this stuff in school? I see stuff on TV all the time. Oh, you jumped on my child, this, that, and the other. Hey, why you send your hard-headed child on that school bus not doing what they're supposed to do, and then when somebody done jacked them up, you know what I'm saying? Now you got something to say. You should have trained that hard-headed kid before you put him on the school bus and before you send him in there to the teacher to try to fight the teacher instead of, and just like I tell my child, look, you got a problem with this bus driver, you got a problem with the teacher, hey, that's my job. I come and handle that. All you had to do is tell me. You don't even have to get into it. See, that's what needs to be done. That's what dads do. He don't go down there running, trying to jump on somebody knowing he had a bad child. You know, the first one gonna get a spanking once you get into, yeah, it's gonna be the child. Mm-hmm. But that's different when women handle situations. Oh, that's my child. I can't stand. Hey, look, this is what child needed. You know, I can understand you, but that's why you need the dad in the house.
Yeah, and if they don't get it in the house, they'll get it in the streets.
Oh yeah,
believe that they'll get it in the streets.
Oh yeah, somebody gonna teach them something. Yeah, see, so that's the importance of teaching them in the house, because the streets won't teach them. The streets will teach them, but it ain't gonna be the right way.
It ain't gonna be in the way that you want to.
Right, exactly. You know, get it together. Get it together. This is a beautiful day today. This is a good Mother's Day, but we needed to get it together. These women out here got to understand the men. You don't understand the men and what they got to do and what they trying to do. Men and boys. Women can't teach boys to be men. Men
can't teach women.
Okay.
I mean, you know, basically, men can't teach girls to be, yeah.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. Women can't teach men to be men. You know what women teach men to do? Women teach men to stand on the side of the road with a flat tire and don't even know where the jack at in the car. It's a shame. I seen a young man, he can't even find the battery in the car. I'm just saying, man, that's crazy. I'm riding through Atlanta. I see a car in the middle of the street. I mean, it's got a flat tire on it. And the guy just sitting there looking crazy.
He don't know how to put it in neutral and push it out the road.
He don't know how to put it in neutral and push it off to the side of the road. Somebody can come down through there and get killed. I mean, that's what women do. I can understand a woman getting out, leaving the car in the middle of the road, needs some help. I can't see that out of no man. You know, and we got one more big problem these days, and that is women trying to be men. Hey, you can't be the man and the woman. I'm talking about even in relationships. Blow. I'm talking about this is what goes on in households.
Yeah.
Women want to be a woman. You want to be a man. You want to be the man. The woman want to be the man. How can you be the man and the woman? The only time you want to be the woman is when you want to go out to eat and the man pay for it. Well, I'm a woman. You ought to pay for it.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes to the money or go on a trip,
Yeah.
the man ought to pay for it.
Yeah.
But the rest of the time, you want to make the same thing that a man make. You want to do the same thing that a man do. But it's when it comes down to the other stuff, now I want to be a woman. We got a lot of that out here today. And I'm going to tell you something, man, with all this stuff that's going on and all these women that's joining all these movements, I ain't going to bash no Me Too movement or nothing. But what I am saying is that you need to start taking a look at our black man. That, you know, they bringing them down left and right. You know, I ain't see Harvey Weinstein going to jail. I seen Bill Cosby going to jail. There Harvey Weinstein is with his hand run up somebody's skirt on TV. I mean, and the man still somewhere. And that poor Bill Cosby is 90 years old doing time.
Can't see a net.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. If we can't see this direct hit on us, man, and this direct hit on the way things are going.
Assassination of the black man.
Yeah. So where's all the black women behind them? That's my point. Where's all the black women support? You can support all this other stuff. Where's the black women on the support? Look, it's hard for a black man to do anything without the support of a woman. And they know that, the system. I ain't a big thing to talk about, but the system is systematically set up like that. So, I mean, we need each other's support. It's been that comes, I'm gonna be honest with you, that goes all the way back to slavery days. You take the man away from their family, then get him to act right, get them to act right, and they used to separate them all the way back. You know, that's just the thing is. So we can't fall for the trickery on that note.
We see you, Salima Flowers.
I see you, Willie. Willie, I see you, Roberta. Man, put the pants on. A woman. Admit, no real man out here no more. Men must today and are living off women. You know what I mean? Thank you, Tamika, for that. You can always call in and stress your opinion at 704-607-4363. But I'm going to tell you something. You said ain't no more men out here, they like to live off women. The women want to be the men. That's why I just got through saying that. If the woman stopped wanting to be the man and run something, you know, and let the man be the man, then you wouldn't have to worry about that. That's our problem. You absolutely right. We got to call
them. All right. Welcome to Time to Tell the Truth. What's your name and where you from?
All right.
Anything being the way it should be, because first thing we have to have is order.
Yes.
This was promise that God gave to man and nobody else. So it has to start with some type of order in a home, and without that, then it's chaos.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people, a lot of women, they don't want to look at the order simply because they want that control. You can't have it if it wasn't given to you.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
And I think they try to take the order.
Yeah, exactly. And that was my whole point, Blow, about women want to be the man. Yeah, I mean, you can't be the man, you know.
I mean, you got to play the role in which you're given. You know, God made you a woman, so you have to accept what God gave you and the order in which you must remain in order to be prosperous, for the kids to prosper, and the whole family to prosper. You might have a woman, you know, saying that they're in control, but what about the overall profitability of it being the way it should? Someone or somebody suffer, and if you not children simply because you can't be a dad and a mom. You can only be one.
Right. Well, we thank you, caller, for calling in. And he's exactly right. We need to have the control back, and the men got to have control. Women, you have to get that control back to the man. If you don't get the control back to the man, then guess what? Our children suffers. paying the bills instead of laying in the bed when the lights get cut off, then the woman have to go to get away to get the lights back
Yeah,
on.
but that go to what kind of man you dealing with, because ain't no real man, me or Art ain't gonna do that. So
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's just you got to understand it go both ways. When you some men take the easy way out. Some women want to be, want to treat their man like their child, and some men allow them to do that.
Well,
Some men want to be the child, sit at home, play the game all day while you work.
well, let me ask this question though, Dwight. Bro, look, if you say the man laying around, what was he doing when you met him? I'm just saying, you met this man and he want to lay around and not do nothing. You accepted that from the beginning. Am I not right?
Yeah.
How did this man go from when you met him, he working and doing all this, and then till now he want to lay in the bed when the lights get cut off? See, so I disagree. That ain't the man that you met. I mean, really, how did you go and have a child with this man that's doing that?
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know, and so I mean, to me, that don't really make no lot of sense. Y'all can still call in for a few more minutes at 704-607-4363.
Yeah, somebody call in. Give us one more call. We about to wrap up. Somebody call in right now and voice your opinion.
It's on the phone. He is telling the truth. The man that's on the phone. Okay, Sierra, I see you. Yeah, but for real though, you guys have to let the man be the man. Yeah. I will tell you something. If you take that from a man, he ain't gonna never be no good. He gonna always lay on the couch. When you met that man, that wasn't the way it was. When you met that man, it was something else. Hey Patricia, I see you. Hey Katina, I see you. Hey Mark, I see you. And you ladies have to understand that you have to treat a man like a man. You have to let the man be the head. Let him lead you. You follow. Are a lot of you women not smart enough to know how to? Let me put it this way: trick a man. And that's not in a bad way, I'm saying. I'm just saying you have to be sharp enough to make the man do what you want to do in a way that you know that he's still in control. Can y'all handle that? I mean, really, I'm just saying that to say this. Look, let the man be the man. When you take that man issue, that manhood away from the man, you're going to have problems. That's the way it is. You have problems when you take that away from a man. A man ain't built like that.
And one thing I want to say, stop holding stuff against men. I mean, if a man say he go come get his child today, he don't make it to come get his child today. I mean, it's always tomorrow. We got to give these kids a chance. They need more than just, oh, he didn't come get them, so he ain't this, he ain't that. Sometimes we got to put our pride to the side, and we got to work with these people because you're not perfect, just like that person ain't perfect. Ain't nobody perfect, none of us.
Yeah. And it ain't going to be on our timeline. It ain't going to be on your timeline, but you got to work together for a timeline. Understand that he might have something to do that particular day. You want him to do it, and that don't make him a bad father. I'm going to say this one more time because I want to really reiterate it. Look, a man, I don't know one father that don't want to see his child and don't want to do good for his child. I will tell you this too, just to share a little bit with you. I done been everywhere, man. I done been on drugs before. I done did everything. But that whole time I was on drugs, I wanted to do for my kids. I wanted to do for my child. I wanted to be the man I wanted to be. But because of the circumstance, if you drinking or drugging, and that stuff is a disease. So women, instead of bashing a man at that particular time, we got to call him. Time to tell the truth. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead, caller. Time to tell the truth. You live. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you on. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, like we said.
Yeah, well, you got a lot of women like that. You got a lot of women that they just want to have fancy pocketbooks, wear high heels, make $2 downtown, and ain't got nothing but a can of poker beans in the cabinet. I mean, you got plenty of women like that. The kid get neglected and all that, but it's more like you say about her fashion, her style, and the way she do. Hey, man, look, you have to take pride out of the equation. We talking about kids. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for calling. We go good.
Yeah. Well, let me share this last little bit. Look, we trying to get to the truth out here. Next week topic is gonna be real deep. Y'all get on the page tomorrow. We'll have it put up what it's gonna be about. You can comment for the week, and you can have something to talk about or have something to call in about. Hey, we thank all y'all for showing up today.
All right, make sure you tune in next week, same time. Tell a friend. We're going to continue to bring you more live videos just like this one. And please share the group. One thing for sure, two things for certain, we go tell the truth because it's time.
It's time.
Hey.